VigilanteWilliamson here on another episode on my channel, but this is not the VigilanteWilliamson show. This is actually not really linked to any show that I do on the channel. This is just a kind of an impromptu stream that kind of is lingering off of a conversation I drunkenly had last night on the MF for podcast. Shout out to Fireball and congratulations. He's over 1K, even if YouTube is playing around with his subs. It should show as 1K in a few days. He went over the 1K mark yesterday after Gary gave him a shout out on Friday Night Tights. He, of course, scooped everybody with the Bill Burr story last week, or now 2 weeks ago, week and a half. And so his channel growth is great. And of course, me and him do a show every Wednesday. We've been doing that for the past almost a month. Just fourth episode will be this week on my channel. Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time is his time. So we've been doing that, and that's been really fun. And I'm just, it's cool to see him grow. I remember when I was just in his chats when he had like 70 subs, and I was fucking with him then, and now do a show with him. It's really awesome. But hey, Henry Sherman, you were there, and cool. You were there last night, so maybe you'll remember the conversation that kind of got started. And I appreciate the like, man. I appreciate you being here. And I'm not sure how many people actually show up because I have the Brave and the Bold will still go on later on. And if anybody wants to join, I may end up tossing the link in the chat because there were quite a few people who are interested in starting the channel. So I'm trying to give you guys the nudge and just shove you into the water like I was. But there was a point in the conversation, and it gave me a very existential crisis type thing, which that's just me. I have existential crisis pretty much every day about myriad things. I have most of my life. That's how I am. But it really does, like, I almost feel like sometimes like I start speaking and like something's getting lost in translation with what I'm saying. Hey, great show last night, and the like count was probably a new record. Yeah, I think that was the most people to. I've been on every episode of MF for Cocktail Lounge, and I think that was the biggest episode. Coming right after FNT, right after he gets that push, and yeah, it was really fun. But there's a point where I'm talking about something I actually covered on this channel on Wednesday or Thursday's podcast. I don't do it on Wednesday. I used to do my show on Wednesday until I started the show with Matt. But now I do a VigilanteWilliamson show on Thursday, and then some pop-up shows sometimes Monday and Tuesday. But I don't think I'll be doing too many pop-up shows next month or so. I'm doing this, but as far as the VigilanteWilliamson show, anyways, I was talking about something I covered on this podcast. We were talking about how they were censoring Dr. Seuss, and I added the gay BCs. They're trying to groom children using the LGBTQ community as a shield. And I commented on that, and Culture said, "Oh, well, you don't want to do that. This is his channel." And I understand that, by the way. I'm not. My point is not to ever screw somebody else's channel up. In fact, I'm very fearful of doing that. I don't want to fuck somebody else's channel up with the stuff that I say. But I have no problem with destroying this one, which honestly, because of my connection to Matt, I probably shouldn't. But my thing is, I absolutely want growth. I absolutely, it's a Don Rickles thing. I remember this documentary on Don Rickles, and I think it was actually Penn Jillette talking about him, and he said he wants everybody to listen to his stuff, but he will do nothing as far as bending. He didn't say bending the knee, and I'm paraphrasing, but he will do nothing as far as holding back what he does in order to get people to do it. So yeah, I would absolutely love that. The growth that I've gotten, 300 subs. I just went over 300 subs, by the way. That's new for me too. This could very well be my 300 sub stream. The fact that I have 300 subs after I started this channel June 30th last year, going into July 1st. I did a live stream. It was a good news podcast, and it went into July 1st because it was late. It was like 11:30 that night. So that was my first thing that I did on this channel. So this is like 9 months, getting close to 9 months, maybe. Was it July, August, September, October, November, December, February? So 7 full months of doing it. And to have 300 subs is pretty incredible for me. I couldn't thank anyone who's watching this now or in the future enough. And I wanted to grow. I wanted to get 1 trillion. Well, I don't know about trillion, but you know what I mean? Cool. I joked. Face review at 10 million. I'll do a shirtless stream at 1 million. Hopefully I can get in better shape by then. Hey, Lord Thoth, what is up? The sky is up. Inflation's up. A lot of things are up. I'm up, despite my best efforts. But yeah, I don't mind growth for what have it. So, I didn't see it before. Congrats on a new milestone on your subscriber count. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. And I appreciate you guys here. I guess more people come in as I ramble. Just getting up. I got up because last night went late. I got up maybe an hour ago. But I wanted to get up early because I have things to do, and I don't really. I'm doing this, but I probably should have got up earlier. Yeah, 300 plus. I'm over 300 subs. And I'm grateful. Shout out to T.M. Martin. She said I should get a Cash App, and I do have a Cash App. I put it in the description, so you guys can do that. I wish I had mixed lawyers in Michigan trying to give me money when I was still there, but I'll take it now. I appreciate that, T.M. Martin, that suggestion, and the fact that she was so persistent on it. So thank you. Hell, who knew the salt must flow? I appreciate the new faces like Henry Sherman, and who knew? You guys are new. Hell, but stay on this channel. That's the point of this podcast. That's the point of this particular episode or whatever this is. It's not that anything's gonna happen or change, but that's the thing. Nothing's going to change. Like I'm not gonna change. And so back to the story of last night. Culture, I said something about the grooming of the kids, and I probably drunkenly said it. I was drunk, but that's a subject that I will never not cover ever. Right? That's a hill dying on subject. I'll die on that hill type subject. That's what really set me off. If we were talking about anything else, I was just rambling some crazy shit. And he said, "Hey, calm down." I would have just, because I can, I'm not trying to fuck anyone's channel up. But man, doing this show and doing this stuff, and like every time I talk about it, it feels like I'm speaking French. I've said many a time this channel may never be monetized, and everyone immediately, "Oh, you don't believe yourself when you do," and I'm like, "What the fuck?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills."
Like John Matrix, OMB Reviews, Crowder, Mr. Obvious. You know what I mean? All these platform people have been demonetized. And a lot of channels have gotten just yeeted. Even Fimmer the Ice Wolf had gotten yeeted for comments, man. This channel is not going to get monetized because I'm not going to. My purpose of doing this is the expression I get from it. That's my purpose. I absolutely want to monetize this. I'm going to do music. My first project is going to be called Monetized Therapy because that's what this whole Vigilante Williamson project is to me. It's a therapeutic process. And if I can monetize it, cool. But man, that's not the goal. That's not the goal. That is not the goal. I have to say what I got to say. You've been subbed for around 3 months. You've been lurking. Don't always speak up. Yeah, you've been a lurker. I appreciate it. I didn't know you've been subbed that long. So as somebody who's lurked, who knew, what do you think of my channel? Have you checked it out? What are your thoughts? I'm interested in hearing what you think. I think what you're trying to quantify is cost, like the cost of possible repercussions for not having free speech on the platform, or if you want to just be honest on the content. I'm not trying to quantify. I'm trying to clarify what my position on that is. I am more than happy getting yeeted off this platform saying something I believe in. My fear is that it'll affect other people, particularly Foulball, because he's linked to me now. And then my fear is like I'm cool. Like, this is not money time. I don't have the like. I want to grow, but I think some people are projecting goals on me, even though my goals are slightly divergent. I have passed my personal ceiling. 300 subs, and who knew likes it? Yay, great channel. I appreciate that. If I have 300 subs, I have people who like the channel, I have people who show up, people who are even willing to super chat. I've already met my goals as far as the channel. Anything else is house money. I'm not concerned. Like, I want to grow for the sake of growth, but that's not the primary concern. The primary concern is to say what I need to say. And I'm willing to lose the channel in order to do that. I have a backup channel. I have all, that's cool. But I want to grow, but it's not as important as saying things. It's not as important as being honest. And listen, I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I'm just gonna just talk shit just to talk shit. No. But like that subject, as far as what they're trying to do to our children, no, I'm gonna talk about that. And hell, I've even talked about wanting this channel. That's why I do positive news stories at the end of my podcast. I don't want this to just be nihilistic. I don't want this to serve up black pills, but I have to be honest. So like, I'll play certain games as far as, doing different word choice, being smart with my word choice to get something across. I'm not, like I said, I'm not just trying to be controversial for controversy's sake. Quite the contrary. But man, that's not a subject I'll ever hold my tongue on, ever. Just like I don't talk about it a ton, but just I don't like the fact that people like me have a coin flip of being of making it out of the womb. That's probably the best way to put it. That I'll say it like that. That was me taking word choice. You can read between the lines of what I'm trying to say, but I don't like that fact. And that's not to disparage anyone making a personal choice. I'm a libertarian. You got a personal choice, but I still don't like that fact, and I'll make that known. I have to. It's more important for me to say that than to stay on the platform if they don't want it to be said. If I don't want my channel to get yeeted, but I've already had my stuff taken down. I've already had stuff suppressed since before anybody in the fandom minutes knew me. They were already suppressing my material. So that's not the priority. That's one of the goals, but the main priority is to say what I have to say. Yeah, I always have a backup. I do have a backup channel. I should probably promote and post more. And I have the Odyssey. I should probably promote and post more of that. So I do have backup stuff. And Gary does mention me. He mentions me a ton and he shouts me out a ton. And that's been very crucial to my growth. The shout outs and the connections from the member stream have been that's been my growth. It's been off streams. 90% of you, if not 100% of you, subbed here because either Gary shouted me out or you heard me on a different stream. That's been my growth, and that's why I'm like so grateful to culture and to everybody. But I like the way I do this channel, like free speech goes first. That is the number one goal, free speech, because what this occupies in my life is much more akin to therapy than a job. And so therefore the monetization is less necessary. Yeah, I'm monetizing my efforts because I put so much time into it. If you guys want to support, feel free to support, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully my bots are running. Are the bots running? I don't see the bots running. You know what? I hope I didn't fuck the bots up. I don't think the bots are running. Now that I just thought about it. Let me see something real quick. I think I fucked it up last night because I was trying to show Fireball how to get the bots running, and I fucked something. I messed with my own channel in the process. So let me vamp for myself as I try to figure this out. It may not work for this particular stream. Nope, they are not. I know what I did. I know exactly what I did. Stream Elements is not a mod anymore, so I have to go find their channel and then make them a mod real quick because that's why the bot's not working. But anyways, I want to. Money is good, especially when it got hyperinflation. So if you guys want to support, feel free. I'm not gonna tell you that. I love it. I'm humbled. And yeah, it's not that I don't want money or I'm so great for money, but it is that what you call it? What I'm trying to say. Free speech is important. I talked yesterday. I did music for years. And years. And I found myself just not even liking doing music and not even wanting to do it at all. And this is not going to become anywhere close to that. I hear you. Tree Creations. Still working on my camera presence. Don't know if I should show my face. Hey, go with the logo if you don't want to show your face. Go with the logo. What's the link? The link should be everything. All the links of the stuff that I usually post are in the description, except my Minds, which I don't know if anyone uses Minds. I would love for that platform to blow up because I really genuinely like it. But the links to all the like supportive stuff are in the description and in the pinned comment if you guys want to support if the bot doesn't start running. Okay, sorry. And yeah, so there's no big deal. So finally, I say last night. Hey, I think last night was the first time I saw you. So I'm not sure if last night was your first time for Matt. So if that was your path to seeing me, maybe Gary shouted out Matt, or you saw Matt's video throughout the week, and then you joined the stream, and then you just subbed to me. I appreciate that, Finite. So however you got here, I appreciate you being here. Culture Stephen Walton Sport can almost favor my on these channels. Okay, cool. Yeah, we do need Odin's old man voice because I boomer everything. I'm younger than a lot of guys. I'm not that young, but I boomer everything up. I'm not early mid 30s, whatever. Yepper. So first time ever. So yeah. So that's how that's probably was your path. Through Foul Ball here. And I love Foul Ball. I love everybody, man. Everybody's been incredibly supportive and has given me, a huge boost as far as my channel. But where this channel occupies in my life, like my personal ceiling has already been surpassed for Ironcaster. What's the computer? The computer. What is that? Big love. Yeah, lots of love for everybody. I don't think the bot is gonna run. Let me make this episode. Hopefully it'll run on the Brave and the Bold, because this is a pop-up episode anyway. It's a pop-up episode. And again, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. It's about sending a message, man. Not just sending a message, just talking. It's about me being able to talk. That's my goal on this channel, just to be able to talk, to be able to say what I got to say. I have no problem. I have no problem being careful with word choice in order to get a point across. I have no problem with stuff like that. But there's subjects like if they make a certain subject a hot button subject and it's a subject I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. You know what I mean? So that's just how I'm going to do things. That's going to be my goals. My goals are to talk shit. I just talk shit because everything I say is important. But yeah. Anthony Perry, yeah, Mama Susan's boss will still be running. And that's the thing. And I hate calling this bitch Mama Susan. All this bitch is some thought that had a garage for the people who really ran Google back in the day, who rented out her garage. That's all the fuck she is. And people deify her like she's something because they're so scared of this platform. That's big love. Hell, Anthony Perry, he's been here for a long time. He predates the Phantom Menace on this channel. He's dope. All you guys are so dope, and I love you all, and I appreciate you all. But if my channel should get yeeted for something I say, man, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Oh, the Stream Elements bot. He showed up. So there we go. So the bots are back. The bots are back in time. So yeah, I'm 20 minutes in. I guess I pretty much said what I need to say. Hell, David Blair. Hell. But do I make sense, or am I rambling? Does it make sense that, like, hey, I care less about growth and more about the freedom to say what I want to say? Does it make sense that I don't think this channel will ever be monetized by this platform? Or do you guys hear that and say it here, like, oh, you're a fear of success and all this others? Like, no. Do you hear what I'm saying when I say that? Like, do you hear what I'm like? Is that understood? Because I something's getting lost in translation. Hey, bro, you were some random avatar on another stream and you had good comments, so you got a sub. Yeah. What stream would that have been, though? Because you started. The only streams I had done were like before I met the Phantom Menace, for real. Before I was on Gary's member stream, I did a Captain Trek stream. I did some Sweetcast streams, and I was a mod for Sweetcast. That was it. So the Withering Liberal, yes, that makes sense. Okay. Because I say it and people, yep. Yes, I hear you. Okay. It may have been, maybe it was Jake D. That makes sense because Jake D was one of the early streams. So maybe it was Jake D. Maybe it was the first Phantom Menace stream. I did because Jake D probably was the first guy on the Phantom Menace I streamed with. The greatest diversity is diversity in free thinking and individual thought and free speech. Probably Jake D. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was a Jake D stream, a Gary streams. That's where I think Ironcaster or Captain Trek. Maybe it was Captain Trek. Because that sounds Captain Trek, doesn't he just drop the link in? And that because he got me to like 40. He was really gracious. And I haven't done one of his streams in a while, even though I see them when I wake up because he does the morning brew. But yeah, it could have been him because he got me to a certain point. Yes, it does make sense. Like you were saying last night, you want your effort to still be enjoyable. I thought it was interesting, your experience music. Yeah. That's really another thing that underpins my thought process, man. That's why I like pursue the success, especially in things like these are creative things. Look, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours streaming over the past 7 months, especially the past four or five. If monetization of time was the only goal, that time would have been better spent learning a different skill. Quite frankly, it'd been better spent learning how to trade, learning a trade. It would have been better spent that way if monetization of time was the major goal. So the goal of this is to express myself, to be able to talk to you guys. If you guys want to support, I got shirts. I want to come up with cool stuff that you want. And if you want to give me a tip, let me know, because this stuff doesn't always tell me. And then I got the Cash App as Tia Martin. She was like, "Oh, get a Cash App. And I'm like, if I had fucking biracial lawyers trying to give me money when I was still in Michigan, I probably wouldn't have left. But it's neither here nor there. Yep, Captain Trek is indeed a good man. Hell, Jake D. How's your course thing going? Ray remembers. It's going. I need to spend a lot more time on it. It's not quite. It's something I'm studying for, though. I don't want to dox myself on what it is, because if you know what it is, you understand the time. Like, oh, you're probably doing this, and the industry I'm in is small enough, and something I'm trying to get out of. But I figured if I get this certification, that can help my job prospects and add some more money to it. It is not IT stuff, but I should probably keep that going just to let people know, to keep people off the trail. You know what? It is IT stuff to throw people off the trail. Ooh, okay. And Jake D saying, "Hey, it's Lord Thoth and Henry Sherman." So yeah, the goal of this channel is to talk, to say what I got to say, and to cover the things I got to cover. The subject I talked about that, and again, you're right to. I don't want to screw up anyone else's channel. That's a fear. But them grooming kids and removing the cat in the hat, and what they're doing to our kids is a really a stunt double for Cousin It. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm am. Yeah, nothing wrong with some hustle for cash, brother. Yeah, this is a side hustle and a therapy session for me. Therapy session being first over the side hustle. If it grows past that, cool. But I would be scared to death to be somebody who's depending on this platform for income and depending on free speech and saying what I need to for my brand on this platform. That's scary. That's a scary combination to be in. And all the people who are like that, like Gary, who's in that very position, who's the most gracious human being in the entertainment industry I've ever come across in my life. And is the most helpful, beneficial to all the smaller channels that he's helped grow. Like he's made a legitimate cultural impact on the world. I'm not exaggerating it, but just for how many people he's encouraged to do this. I had ideas to do this that predate Gary with that call out. But I don't know if it would have been this if Gary didn't, he was like, we need more people on this platform. This is summer last year. And I know a lot of our channels started from he was every week saying this. And all of a sudden, a few channels showed up. I did my channel for the longest. Then I heard about this member stream. And I was already a member, actually. I was already a member and just never really paid attention to the member stream. Like, oh, maybe I should hop in these things for once. And then I did. And then, the rest is sort of history, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Gary is an old punk rocker and one of the few that are still punk rock. They all sold out. And I've said this once and I'll say it again. The Fandom Menace is the biggest punk rock movement that's active right now. that's actually active. And I'm glad that more and more people are realizing that creating the culture is going to be as important as critiquing it. That's why I want to do music again. I got a couple songs, like that's nothing. A lot of songs I release, they're going to be just as controversial, if not more, than the shit that I say. And I don't want to, not all of some it's going to be bullshit, just me talking shit. It's going to be fun. Fun is a huge part of everything I want to do. Fun, truth, whatever. But like, that's more important than the money. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. But by the way, please buy something from Teespring. Because we're pro-capitalism. Pro-capitalism. It's akin to how Ben Shapiro got his start, y'all. Is that how he got his start? Listen, I only heard about Ben Shapiro when he was getting yelled at going to colleges and debating these teens. That's what I heard about Ben Shapiro. I knew he's a lawyer and his doctor's a wife, obviously. Living the inverted life of Bill Cosby, because he was a doctor and his wife was a lawyer, if I remember correctly. That's neither here nor there. But is that how he got his start? He says, like Ben or not, it's true. So yeah, I'm not for me, I just remember when he was debating people and people were trying to like cancel him for showing up at colleges, and they were basically rioting outside of colleges, and that made him seem so cool. Man, who the fuck is this little guy that all these people are ready to kill him for just saying there are two genders? What the fuck? It was like a mind-blowing thing. So I didn't know who he was, but I didn't know how he got to start. When I first knowledge of him, first time seeing him was he was already had establishment. So I didn't know that's how he started. Lord Thoth said this is a side hustle for me. Yeah, well you're protecting North Michigan right now. So yeah, you got that going. But then he got a job at Breitbart. That's what I mean. So Rowan Ginger Raven, explain Ben Shapiro's start, because I don't know. He just starts a guy on YouTube and then get a job at Breitbart. Like, what was his growth? Yeah, Ben Shapiro's wife. I heard about Ben Shapiro's wife being a doctor as often as I heard about Gary running a comic book store. And I'm from Detroit. That's my gimmick. Me being from Detroit. James O'Keefe did the same thing. Okay. Standing in front of the white Trigglypuff, waving her bingo wings. Yeah, that's when I saw him. That shit. Because I remember the day, it was like a week after that happened, and it was a meme. That was like my introduction to Ben Shapiro. Diana Losh was very pumped. Right, I'm not familiar with her. Not familiar with her. LOL. But yeah, like, and in saying this kind of goes for like growth. Like, I've thought, okay, what if this shit accidentally blows up and gets too crazy? Or, if I don't know if I would hop on everybody's stream. I love to do Friday Night Tights. That would be cool. That'd be the dream of dreams for this channel, right? But like, I don't know if I would hop on all these political. Like, I don't know if I would hop on Tim Pool, because I don't even watch Tim Pool anymore. I started watching Tim Pool with Adam. I would hop on Adam Cast. But it's like, I don't really, Tim Pool, as much as I love him, man, sometimes it's like, dude, chill. You watch too much news, man. Stop watching so much news. Turn the news off for like a week. But that's his job. That's nothing. I don't want to get in that position to where I'm causing myself stress to do this. It's going to be stressful putting these hours in at times. But this is the funnest thing I do all week is streams. That's why I do it so much. That's why I'm doing my pop-up stream. I don't want this to become a source of stress. There would obviously be some stress in doing it, but that's the whole goal of this potential stream, to clarify what my goals are with this channel. It's hard to type. Okay, you don't have to go too hard, bro. Kate, I'm not sure. I know you had an issue with your headset, but you're fully invited to the Brave and the Bold if you want to come on. It's been a minute since been on the stream. The Ben Shapiro Totally Owns compilation were certainly of an era. They were popular enough that PewDiePie had them on. Yeah, that's the era that I knew of him from. Young Ripper has been on Tim Pool. He's been on there a few times. I think it was 1 week he was there the whole week. but yeah, that's not my Tim Pool's not the guy. I'm on the libertarian spectrum of things, but I'm not gonna act like I'm some knowledgeable genius that everything I know about politics and everything I know about the economy and the government that is so advanced. I'm not as smart as Young Ripper on this shit. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. So I can't hang. That's really what it is. I can't hang and do this shit. I know I can't. So I'm not gonna try. Man, you're braving the bold stream is becoming the second FNT. You know what's really becoming my second FNT is the MF for Cocktail Lounge. I know I should promote my own shit, but that's just so fun. That's really becoming my. I was already looking forward to FNT throughout the week, but like the going to FNT and then to Lurgan and Doomcock stream, which I miss a lot more doing the MFer. But then doing the MF for that combination is like the highlight of my week. But I'm glad you like Braving the Bold. We will do one in a couple hours. So that's still coming on. And yeah, Ironcaster, I indeed also would love to do a Total Chill stream with Adam. So sure, yeah, feel free. I've invited a ton of people. I don't know who all is going to show up, but yeah, feel free to come on. Ironcaster, hell. We're definitely on the spectrum. Yeah, the libertarian spectrum. Yeah, we're definitely, I know you, like, I would feel like I think, Jake, you're more knowledgeable on this stuff than I am. Because you've been a little more involved with it. You're a lot more knowledgeable of stuff than I am. And yeah, MF is the FNT after party. That's what makes it cool. It really is. It really is. That's why it's like my highlight. I love that stream. I love doing this. I love the laid backness of it. I love the freedom. Freedom is so valuable. That's really what I'm trying to say. Money is valuable. In this world, you need money. There's a chat bot trying to get you to give me money if you haven't. If you don't, no one, there's no big deal. I love you either way. But freedom is very, very, very valuable to me doing this channel. It is much more valuable than growth. It is much more valuable than money. If those other things can happen too, cool. If my freedom gets this channel into trouble, cool. I do need to be more conscious of when I'm on other people's channels as to not, I try to be, but I'm not perfect, as to not damage them. But yeah, Kate, there are indeed a lot of after parties, which is awesome. Yeah. And I'm either listening to Razor Fist, Orsbor after FNT. That's the thing. Yeah, it's a lot of after parties, and that's what makes it cool. It's cool. And we got our little corner in the internet, and that's growing. Like somebody mentioned yesterday, I think was the most popular MFer that we've done so far. And I've been on every episode, and I hope I'm on it, as many as I can be on. It's real fun. But yeah, the main point of this podcast in particular was just, or this stream, was to just let I should check my D Live fam, because the D Live fam is also checking in. This channel, this Vigilante Williamson thing has beyond exceeded my expectations, and I realize my D Live fam they don't know what's going on. They think this is the last episode of the show. It is indeed not, because D Live does not update. But it doesn't look like anyone is watching me on the D Live, which neither here nor there. What is going on? I'm trying to. Okay. See, no one's watching me. It doesn't look like on D Live, but I always like checking, because sometimes people do watch. I've seen comments like, "Oh no, somebody watched and I didn't pay attention." So yeah. It was the highest attended for sure. Had a ton of fun on that stream last night. Yeah, I have a ton of fun each day. It causes me to wake up really late the next day. But it was kind of a positive day. I've referenced the stress of my job, but I woke up to a positive text about my job, because they've been kind of illegally having us work weekends on call. And somebody raised a fuss about it. Initially, I wasn't going to do anything, because I have a backup plan for getting out of this hellhole I'm in. But something's come of it. So they're finally going to stop this bullshit. So I woke up to that. I'm like, cool. Finally could just have my own free weekends and shit. Because there's even it was an episode of Brave and the Bold I had to like delay to do something for work. So I don't love my job. I love having a job. I'm very keen on the fact that I've been close to homelessness a few times in my life, and I don't want that. And I'm very, that's been the stress. Like, man, this very stressful job that I took, a few months before the damn coup. When if I would have taken, I had the opportunity for other jobs, but took this one, and it was a nightmare. Then the coup happens, and I'm stuck here, and I'm like, God damn, I'm stuck at a job where I can barely get anything done. It's beyond ridiculous, and I'm stuck here because of the coup. And I'm stuck here because of this situation, and I really felt like trapped verbally. Like I had no way to express shit. That's why I started this channel, and it's been like a very important part of my life. And so, don't want to lose that therapy that this channel is. I've said that a trillion times. I think I'm pretty much done with the stream. I think I see people are starting to leave. Admitted vigilante, you're CIA in real life. No, I am not. I am not. I'm indeed not. Yeah, it's been a long few months. It's been a long 15 days, hasn't it? It's been a year now. We have been in this hellhole called COVID for a year. We're just 2 weeks to stop the spread. It's going to be the rest of our lives. Billy Boy. Did you guys see that fucking very creepy commercial talking about like kids and they're like, let me see if I can, maybe I'll pull that up before I go. Very creepy shit. This is the shit I gotta cover. This is the shit. If I get yeeted covering, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Let me look for it. I was looking for all these damn clips. There we go. I found it. So I'm about to, let me get this set up. We're going to talk about something that is sponsored by old Microsoft. It's for the Los Angeles Unified School District. It's very creepy. And this is the stuff that they're trying to do. And this is establishing the fascist socialist regime that's coming. And this is the stuff I have to speak out about. And this is the stuff that can get me in trouble for talking about. But this is the stuff that if it gets me in trouble, it just gets me in trouble. Let's see what you guys have to say before we get into it. That certainly must be a license to delete. No, it is not. It is not. LOL, true. Yeah, 2 weeks my ass. Yeah. My personal shit has been its own year. Yeah, I can imagine. Sorry to hear that. Too far. Congratulations on that. Looking forward to Texas being a fully open state in days. Should have never closed to begin with. None of these places should have closed. We know that, but we can't even say that narrative. We can't even say that even though it's statistically true. That pisses me off. Free speech is necessary. We can't even say that what these governments did was incredibly illegal, incredibly destructive, and outright wrong. Even though that has been proven, that is not an opinion, to paraphrase something that Young Ripper said. It's not an opinion when you look at what's happened in Sweden and other places as far as the actual impact, as far as the numbers that they love so much, as far as the impact of what this disease actually does. And as far as what they've done, this has been completely nefarious. And there's no way for me to operate under any circumstances under the exozone. This has been a destructive element to the entire human condition. And in my view, every single part of this has been planned. Yeah, 2 weeks to stop the spread of freedoms and liberty. That's what the fuck this has been. The destruction of liberty, the destruction of the human condition. Yep. That's what you're saying. Yep, too. If it's about your personal life, I hope things get better. Seriously. F.I. Hell friends. Hell sentient dildo. Or Vision, as we should call you, because that's what Vision is. He's just a sentient dildo. I'm in Anthroparion, and Jake saying, hey, it's sentient. But this is the stuff that I will never, ever stop covering. They will have to yeet me to stop covering. Let me know if you can't hear it as I play. So let me know if you can hear it or not, because
There's
I'm good
never been
for that
anything
networking.
like this virus in our lifetime. Often, it's hard to see the effects it's having on our children. Has this conversation taken place in your home?
Mom,
Listen to this
I'm
fake
scared
conversation.
about going back to school. I don't want to get sick, and I don't want to get you and Dad sick.
Our scientists
You
tell
guys
us there
can't
are
hear.
3
Cool.
things we must do to stay safe. Wear masks, make sure we social distance, and wash our hands. And
Oh,
now,
man.
your school, with the help
Texas,
of Microsoft
Texas
Corporation,
Mofo.
has created
Oh, good to go.
another.
I thought they got to go.
Introducing Daily Pass, your exclusive
Listen to this
ticket
music
for
as they
safely
play
going
this
back
shit.
to school.
Your
Each
daily
week, you can
pass.
schedule your free on-campus COVID test. The results are
Yay.
displayed in your Daily Pass. And if you choose to take your test off campus, you can post the results in your Daily Pass.
Yay.
And the moment vaccinations are available, you'll simply be able to schedule yours through your Daily Pass. But the real
Hooray.
magic is your daily health check. Just answer a few simple health questions every day, and like magic, your entrance ticket appears.
Look at that. You can get an entrance ticket to your indoctrination camp. Isn't that so cheerful and happy?
Welcome back.
Look how happy everyone is in the Los Angeles Unified School District. I highly doubt they're happy.
Welcome to school.
Isn't that great? You'll be scanned in before you go to school every day, kids. The cheerful music makes it so much creepier. Oh, she's happy now with her mask on. Yay.
So, how did it go?
Dad, I have to admit, I was scared at first, but then I felt so safe. It was so good to be back.
It was.
Thanks for keeping me safe. I love you so much.
Thanks for keeping me safe. Oh, okay. And I don't know if it showed. Okay, now I know you love using StreamYards. That's cool. But yeah, that's what we have headed. And I may have talked over it. And I don't. There's a part. Yeah. You hear that? And I'll go back to it. The key of this, the real key. We got to get to the real key. Listen for
Now,
it, and you'll
your
see.
school, with the help of Microsoft.
That's the real key. Your school, with the help of Microsoft.
Microsoft Corporation has created another.
That's the help of Microsoft Corporation. Little sun worship for that ass. In case you're noticing, that's why the sun. Because if you know that you know. They worship the sun. They worship Molech. They worship a bunch of pagan gods. Sorry, Kate. Even though you're not pagan, I should stop fucking with you on that. But yeah, this is just for you to get into the indoctrination camp where they're not going to allow you to read Cat in the Hat. They're not going to allow you to learn to read that way. You have to read the gay BCs and be groomed for pansexuality. That's the only way. That's what you're going to learn when you get in these elementary schools. If you are an advanced, if you do place as an advanced class, well, that means you're racist and what you're white supremacist for being educated. So you can't be in an advanced class in one of these public indoctrination camps to actually learn some of the skills that are valuable, to actually learn advanced science, advanced math, to potentially be an engineer later in life. No. Stop being a white supremacist for being so intelligent. That's not allowed. So this is what your kids have to go through just to get into these indoctrination camps. If you think I'm not going to talk about shit like this, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about a dime. I got to say shit like this. I got to say this is fucked up and people need to see this shit. That's way more important than growth, than getting to 1,000 subs and getting monetized. And fuck that. Fuck it. And so far, so good. So you guys were able to hear. Got the thumbs up for hearing. Yes, indeed. Homeschool, charter schools, if they're available. If that's not, then you may want to move to where charter schools are available. If you're not able to homeschool your children, or if you can at least have a good relationship with a lot of teachers and have a feel for what they are being taught. But you have to be involved with what your kids are being taught. You just have to. You have no choice. My kids had to do all that garbage for a couple of weeks. Then the school gave up. Well, that's good that the school gave up. That's complete BS. Hell dildo, which who thought we would say that? Yeah, nothing nefarious going on here type music. Great. Now we have to carry papers. Papers, please. Absolutely. Guys saying hell. So many lies. LOL. As if that piece of paper protects you. Exactly, Texas Mofo. Which I think you're newer to the channel. So shout out to you, Texas Mofo. I appreciate you being here. What the fuck is this? Vigilante Williamson. At least Dr. Seuss was fictional. Yeah. But it's really Seussified and childrenfied with the happy music and the Microsoft propaganda. Oh, Billy Bathgate's at it again. Yeah, propaganda. Health Security Theater. Welcome to, by the way, welcome to the CCP North Korea states of what is it, the People's North Korean States of America, the People's China Republic of America Corp. And thank you, Microsoft. So you're pagan technically. Okay. So you know some of the things because they worship a lot of the pagan gods. So you are a pagan technically. So I'm not totally off base messing with you. Which listen, this is free speech and religious freedom is a-okay on the Vigilante Williamson channel. You know, whatever you believe in, you know, no disrespect. It's just as much theater as what the TSA does at airports since that day in September 20 years ago. Yeah, where the TSA basically sexually assaults everybody on Earth. The gay BCs, you laugh, man. I covered it on the channel. They are grooming your kids with this shit. That's a real thing. That is going to replace Dr. Seuss. That is going to replace Dr. Seuss. I may play the clip. You're I refer to the Most High as technically a sun god too. I dispute that. We appreciate you speaking out, keeping my ass informed. Yeah. But I will say to this, a lot of it is definitely taught us so because really they don't. If you're talking about what modern Christianity and modern churches do, they're not teaching about the Most High, the scriptures. They're actually teaching about the Sun God. That and Santa's husband. Yeah, that's what they're replacing your kids with. And again, I'm not a LGBT. I'm a libertarian. Live your life. You're absolutely right. Okay to do what you want, but they're using that group as a shield to do nefarious things. They're using that group as a shield that just like they're using this disease as a shield to do nefarious things. And that sort of stuff has to be talked about. And Spanish is indeed from Spain. Hail Latino slant. Hail Latino slant. But yeah, if given the choice between growth and holding my tongue on the shit like I just showed you, or anything, any subject that I gotta talk about, I'm just not gonna grow. The channel would just get yeeted. Whatever has to happen has to happen. That's my logic into this channel. That's the state of this channel. I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm not going to be stupid about it. I'm more than willing to play the word choice game and to do, to be careful on how to phrase things in order to make sure the message gets across. Just like Jake D, he referred to that day in September 20 years ago. We know what he's talking about. I'll do that stuff. But you got to say what you got to say. And this is a California thing. This is Los Angeles. I can actually pull it back up because I have it back up. Share. Let's see. What the video I just showed is a Los Angeles Unified School District. That makes you show your papers, please. So it's not Texas finite essay. Getting ready to pull my son from public school here in Colorado. Is getting crazy out here. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I know everybody, it's just not it's the stream. No, the stream. I'm not even in Texas. I'm in the Carolinas right now. I want to move to Texas though. But yeah. I'm getting ready to put my son in public school. Yeah, it's getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy for these public schools, and that's a scary thing. They're going to affect so many youth because, quite frankly, the way the system of life is set up, you got to work obviously, and inflation is getting worse and worse. So you got to work more and more to be able to provide for your family. And how do you have the time to educate them as well? And you thought your tax money was going to public education, but it's not. It's going to public indoctrination. And it always has been. We were indoctrinated, make no mistake, but it's getting worse and worse and worse. And to the point where they're literally being told lies again. So are we. Speedy Gonzalez is indeed a G. But is Speedy Gonzalez, isn't he offensive nowadays? I'm sure there's a blue hair liberal who will tell you he's offensive. And where else would Spanish be from Mars? Well, if you believe we're Martians, maybe. Sorry, I meant to stream. Yeah, there are a lot of people from Texas because there's Jake D's in Texas. Obviously, Texas Mofo is a Texas Mofo, so it's not Texas only. And I'm not sure if SA stands for San Antonio, but yeah, SJW's arguing Spanish is not European. Wow, is that real? And you know why these SJWs did that? Because they came up through this indoctrination system and they haven't learned shit. They went to these indoctrination schools, they went to these stupid ass colleges, and they were taught lies, and they paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and got themselves in student debt to be taught lies. To be taught lies. And so they don't know geography. You don't even need to know history. Geography can give you that, can clue you in on this. But they don't know shit. They have not been educated for anything. They've just been they have a crystallized education that's based upon like social media and the whims of their woke ass teachers that they've heard for the past 5 or 6 years before they get out to spread this craziness to us. Yeah, I do have to get over there quick. I have to get over there quick. Hopefully within the next year I'll be there. We'll see. Teachers union. The teachers union is so gosh darn wicked. It's completely wicked, man. The teachers unions in this country has caused as much destruction as any evil, nefarious group of bankers have caused to this country. The teachers unions have caused as much. Because if they weren't so powerful, we could actually educate our kids. What about Paulie? Paulie's in the West Coast, the best coast. Where do they think it came from? Only God knows where they think it came from. The weed money was supposed to go to school. So is the lottery money, by the way. Lottery money is supposed to go to schools. I don't think that's happening. And this is why, I'm not a pro-government guy. He was offensive over 10 years ago. I don't remember who we were talking about was offensive. Who was offensive over 10 years ago? Bush, maybe? Have yet to see that hit the system. Now I'm lost because the timing. I'm not sure which thing I was rambling about. This is about. Man. Laugh my fucking ass out. Yeah, about that Spanish Spain thing. That's crazy. Like, you don't know Spanish is from Spain. Like when Paulie said it, I'm like, okay, but apparently there's a thing. Hell, yeah, it's very much hysterical. Happy Croatian came directly from God. Well, if that's to believe, technically all languages came directly from God. If the Tower of Babel story is to be believed. Hell, Geek Topology. Oh man, came straight out of my own stream to hear you, man. Please sub to Geek Topology. Please sub to Geek Topology, man. Sub to Latino Slant too. I know he's a superstar, but you can still sub to him if you haven't. Should probably I'll put their stuff in the chat real quick. Hopefully I'm still sub to Geek Topology because I'm like, I don't know if I still am. I think the YouTube. No, I'm still am. I was wondering if the YouTube bots took us away, but I'm gonna go ahead and toss in Geek Topologies. And I've been told by Eric K I'm a terrible mind, which I know I'm a terrible mind. Sweetcast tell you I'm a terrible mind, but I don't put people's names when I put their links, so I got to do better at that. So I may misspell your name, Pop. My bad, man. Okay, so I don't have any saying. Because like if Eric K, he'll have like some saying and he'll put something cool in the chat, but just sub to Geek Topology. That's all I got for you, man. And we're gonna get my man Paulie, who's getting close to 1,000 himself. He's at least as of this, me checking 779. So he's doing big things. He's been doing stuff for Midnight's Edge. He has a bunch of musical guests and stuff like that. I said, oh geez, dub to Paulie. That's not what I meant to say. Oh well. That's just gonna be V-dub to Paulie, I guess. I don't know. So let me go back to this. David, the late thought is that Spanish is only spoken in barrios in South America. or the state, but not Spain. That's insane to me. What do they think they speak in Spain? Lotto and weed money. Yep. Tax money. All of that is going to city officials' pockets. Their pension is ridiculous and unnecessary. Absolutely. Yeah, the lame thought. And Speedy Gonzalez was OG cancer. I did not know that. Oh God. God's saying hell. Paulie does have great content. So yeah, sub to him. Thanks, man. Yeah, sub to Geek Topology. I think somebody else, Jake D also told you to sub to Geek Topology. I said dub, I meant sub. That's what happens when you're a boomer. But sub to Paulie 100 times if you haven't. And yet, see, this is what I mean. You see how it's like give your late Latino fix for Paulie, like that little byline. I need to do that I did when I was a mod, but I'm a terrible mod, especially for my own channel. So thank you, Jake D, for being a better mod than me. Hell, Dub Master Paulie, yes. Spain, they speak Portuguese, duh. Yes. So sub to Latino Slant. Wub dub sub. Wub dub dub on tub. We speak key. Oh Lord. I don't know how to say that. We speak that instead of Kicha. We speak Kicha. Also, instead of using cars, we ride. I can't say what that is. In Spain, they clearly speak German. Hell, all just passing through. Workers ride me today. Sorry to hear that, Draco. I know what you mean. Yeah, thank you, Draco. If you can leave a like just on your pass through, I'd appreciate it. And in Portugal, they speak Brazilian. Great, man. Geek Tom. Oh boy, I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, more likes. Yeah, give me more likes. More likes. More MOAR likes. Real quick. Make sure, because I don't want the stream to go too long. I have another stream coming up, and I got to at least take a break in between. And I think we were talking about my certification. I got to work more on that. Got to do some studying. So I try to study in between these couple-hour breaks, and then get back at it with the Brave and the Bold. But it's about time to probably wrap this stream up. The long and short of this stream was this, man. I'm gonna still cover controversial topics. I'm not gonna do it for the sake of being the hot take artist, but I'm not gonna hold my tongue just because, man. Spanish word of the daytime, Vigilante Williamson. Yeah, every day I try to speak Spanish. It's a Spanish word of the day. So I know people. I'm actually at my height. I think this is I hate to stop now, but this is the highest amount of people I've had. I think it's 18 people watching. I'll be back in a couple hours with a whole slew of guests. So if you like this stream and you can, please come back in a couple hours. I'll read you guys' chats. Take care, all out. Hell, Lord Thoth. JD, haha. Yeah, I didn't get out of here. I am going to get out of here. Okay. No breaks. You get enough breaks when you're dead. You're not lying about that, Jaffo. I appreciate you showing up late. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple hours with a whole panel full of people. So if you like this stream, come back literally 2 hours from now. We'll be starting back up with another stream. I appreciate it. And real quick, Capybara is this huge animal. The Pokemon Hypno, if you know them, it's also called Tapir. Okay. I appreciate it. Keep it up. I will try, Texas Mofo. I will try. And this channel is not, we're not bending the knee. We'll be smart, but no knee bending here. There's no point in me. If I'd rather not do it if I'm going to bend the knee. All right. I appreciate everybody being here. If you haven't liked the video so far, what are you doing? Like me. No. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share, subscribe, and you haven't done either so far, please do so. If you're outside the chat and you're watching this playback, let me know in the comments below what you feel about what I had to say. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. I will be back in a couple hours. Good night and God bless.